Greetings, friends. This is Tomar Levine from Soul Guidance for Awakening. How to be a pillar of light in dark times. And I don't know how you feel about the times we're living in. Um, they certainly seem fairly dark in many ways. There's a great deal of upheaval, and there's a lot of pain and destruction and suffering. So, as a light worker, and I don't know if you consider yourself a light worker, but to me, the definition is highly sensitive, highly spiritual, feeling called to be of service to the world and to others. So, as a light worker, what is our role and how can we help? There are many ways, of course. And one question is whether we respond to what's happening in the world by shutting down or feeling frozen in fear, or whether we perhaps feel called to step forward in some way, recognize that in fact this is the time we were born for, exactly this time. It's no mistake, it's no accident. So one of the things that I do besides being a healer, coach, mentor, etc., is I channel guidance. I've been doing that since my 30s, a long time ago. And I currently work with a team of teachers who I call the Golden Ones, or the Assembly of Teachers of Light. I've been working with them for quite a few years. So sometimes I sit down and ask them a question, and I type out the answers I get. So if you see me glancing to the side, I'm reading from a page as best I can. So I recently asked them uh, what they thought was the most important thing at this time for us. They said in return, we are here to help to help awaken the beings of light on your planet. So they have a mission to support light workers. We're here to help awaken beings of light on your planet. We believe that it is a matter of great urgency and importance. In other words, the light workers have a role to play that's important, and often we're not really fulfilling that role. Okay. They go on, those beings who are here to become strong pillars of light in the world need strengthening. So many feel they are crumbling, they feel weak. Many are filled with self-doubt, and that's huge for many light workers. And this does them no good, does the world no good, doesn't allow them to fulfill their purpose, and it curtails their joy. So not only is it important for the world, it's important for the individual soul to be fully empowered and fully in a state of realization of who we are and what we came to do. So many who are here to serve the light do not know their own great power and beauty. The guides say, it is time to change that. And they say this is not a rescue mission, it's a prearranged rendezvous on the shores of the transforming world. As one world starts to fade and fail, another starts to emerge, and then the light beings are needed. In that transition, I call it being a member of the transition team, helping the world transition from one paradigm, one stage, one age to another. So I asked, what should we do to help create the outcome we prefer? They said, this is interesting. They said, first of all, state it out loud, declare it to be so, announce it to the heavens, shout it out loud and clear. And they suggested making a declaration like this, speaking out loud, I, and you say your name, as a sovereign soul incarnate on the earth, choose to operate my God-given powers of creation as the creator being I am. I choose to contribute my note of light to the higher reality, which is determining the outcome of this and all realities. This is the world I choose to co-create now. And then you describe it. And I put in the words, a world of peace, justice, and harmony, a world of beauty and joy, in which all beings can thrive together in unity, creativity, and fulfillment. Now I choose it, and I say it is so, and so it is. So I'm just going to go over some of those terms. I, as a sovereign soul incarnate on the earth, what is that really referring to? It's affirming that our true identity is as a soul, sovereign soul, unique, autonomous soul with authority over myself. A soul is what we all are. If you go up and up and up from the lower regions that we're in of density up to higher and higher realms of light, we pass through this thread of light that we're connected to through our higher self, to our greater soul. And the soul is a unique emanation of the divine reality, of divine consciousness, of divine light. Each soul, everything that exists as a unique entity is an emanation of the divine, partakes of and is created by and is made of the divine reality. But then we incarnate on the earth, and we forget all that. And we think we're a person in a body with a personality, with a history, with troubles, blah, blah, blah. And we think that the world we live in is all there is. We're cut off from our higher dimensions. So they're saying, as a sovereign soul incarnate on the earth, I choose to operate my God-given powers of creation as the creator being I am. So we've forgotten it. When we incarnate, we forget who we are, and we certainly don't have access to that degree of power or awareness. So we're at least affirming that we choose to operate our God-given powers. We choose to remember our God-given powers. We choose to reclaim our God-given powers of creation as the creator being I am. And I choose to contribute my note of light to the higher reality, which is determining the outcome of this and all realities. That higher reality, that's the divine reality. That's what determines the outcome of this and all realities. And we are choosing to contribute our unique personal note of light that is different for every being. It's like you have a particular color, vibration, frequency, tone, thread woven in the great tapestry of life, without which the tapestry would have holes in it. It wouldn't be whole, it wouldn't cohere. So your unique note of light is very much needed. Even though it might seem small, it is still an expression of the divine. So how small could it be? And then they have us say, and this is the world I choose to co-create now. So we're putting it out there. This is the world I want to see. And this is what I'm contributing my note of light to right now. And I say it is so, and so it is. So then they bring in another really important point, that the more you clear your system of resistance, of fear, of belief in being powerless, which you've been sold as a lie from your first breath on earth, because that's how we are indoctrinated to believe that we're limited, powerless beings, and groveling and often sinful and all that, unworthy. The more you purify your energy field of those distortions and cleanse yourself with the higher light of your true being, the more your words have power, and the more you can stand as a pillar of light. And basically, this is speaking to the fact that when we incarnate, we get First of all, we forget, so we have amnesia of who we are, then we're completely indoctrinated into believing. It's like a state of hypnosis. And a child from age 1 to 7, a theta brain state, they are in a state of hypnosis where everything they're told and see and experience is absorbed and becomes fixed as their reality, what we believe is true about ourselves, other people, the world, and all of that. So as soon as we incarnate, we take on a limited manifestation, partly because we're cut off from our higher realm, higher reaches, but also because we are indoctrinated with all these limited beliefs that come from our parents and their parents and their parents before them, that come from the culture, the environment, the world we live in, that come from the thought form that embraces the planet Earth, made up of so much negativity of human consciousness, negative consciousness of fear, of hatred, of limitation, scarcity, so many things. So we become shrunken into this little package, and we take on an identity as though we're wearing dark glasses and we can't see reality anymore. And what the guides are saying is the more you clear your system of these impediments, of these pollutants, the more you will be able to be that pillar of light. And that this is what the world needs now. It needs pillars of light. It needs beings of great authority and power to declare the truth of divine law and grace to prevail on earth. And they also say that the world is now, it's in flux, it's changing, it's malleable, it's molten. Many forces are pulling it and pushing it and rending it apart. And although this makes us feel very unstable, it's also a great opportunity because this stage of moltenness, malleability, is an opportunity to infuse the reality with new visions, new nutrients of a higher truth, of greater health and wholeness. And the pieces can be reassembled and will be reassembled in a new way. I don't know how long this process will take, but I know we all signed up to be part of it, and that as part of the transition team, we may be at the beginning of that transition, and we may never see the conclusion of it. Who knows? I don't know. But I just wish to impart this to you to give you confidence and courage that you are here for a purpose. It's not a mistake. And your presence here is very important. The words you say, the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and especially the more you can be that pillar of light, that conduit of divine light, the more you will become a bridge between heaven and earth, anchored in both realms and starting to bring more and more light onto the planet. This is happening now. So I send you much love, many blessings. Bye for now. This is Tomar Levine from Soul Guidance for Awakening. Bye for now.